What's up, everyone? This is your boy Klever, your favorite sexual intellectual, back with another topic for his Ask Klever series. Now, this question comes from Twitter, and here's the question. Do you think it's important to come out to your parents when they have a strong disdain for your homosexuality? Now, for a loaded question, I have to give a very loaded answer, so y'all have to bear with me through this one, okay? Coming out the closet will eternally be a big deal. Don't let the media or let anybody fucking fool you. It is complicated, it is hard, it is an emotional ordeal for some people. Coming out the closet can be a really great experience as well too. For me, coming out the closet went very well. My mom came to me and said that she knew that I was gay. She was totally okay with it, and it just went really, really smooth. But for some people, I have friends who have gone through the ringer with their parents about coming out the closet. So my advice to you on this is, versus going immediately to your family first, I suggest you start with your friends first. Bounce it off the people that you're closest with, especially a friend that like you've known for a long time. For me, it was my best friend named Celeste, and Celeste and I have been friends since the 2nd grade, and I told her the summer after our first year out of high school, and it went really well. Not a problem at all. Then after that, I went to my youngest older sister and told her it went very well as well. But telling my mom still wasn't in the cards for me mentally. I just couldn't bring myself to do it. But my mom, like I said before, you know, she went with it and it worked really well, so it was no issues. Also would recommend as well that if you do decide to do this, that you aren't living at home, because if they kick you out and it happens, you're not going to be really happy, and that's another situation you're going to have to deal with, and I'd rather you not go through that. So I recommend that if you do decide to tell your parents, make sure you are independent and you're not at all, at any stage that you possibly can go back home, like you're independent, you have a career, you have a job, you're just totally straight. Because my thing is, like, everything is settled in your life, and I'd rather you not go through the whole thing of, like, you're living at home, they flip shit, and they kick you the fuck out. Like, no one wants that to happen to anybody. I don't want it to happen to any of you. And as lesbians, gay people, bisexual, transgender people, you know, coming out of the closet, it is a process, and it is hard, and I would never tell anybody that it's easy, because it never is. And even for me, as liberal or progressive my mom is, it still wasn't like, oh, I'm going to just tell her because she'll be fine with it. My mother's like a dirty hippie, she'll be fine with it. But it's like, you just still never know how people want to respond, because remember that you're that you are their child. And I will also admit too that once your parents do find out, and let's say they are okay with it, and my mother may not admit to this, there is a mourning period. My mother definitely mourned my heterosexuality, because I think that, especially with sons in particular, they're expecting children and wives and marriages, and, you know, especially when I'm the only son in my family, like, there's just this pressure to be heterosexual and to give your parent that thing, and it's a lot, and it's a heavy weight to bear sometimes. I won't tell you to do it tomorrow. I think you should do it in your own time and when you're ready. I don't suggest you, especially if you deal with a family and there's religious implications involved in this, it may be some time before you can tell them. And my thing is, take your time and do it when you're ready. I will say on the plus side that the more of us that stand up and say, hey, I'm gay, this is who I am, the better it's for the rest of us and for the future gays and lesbians and transsexual people that do have to come out the closet, how easy it will be for them. We have to bring normalcy to this, and I think coming out the closet is a great thing. I would never ever shun anybody from being in the closet or being DL or whatever you choose, because that's your own choice. And my thing is that it's not my life to live, this is your life to live. And I've actually dated DL guys, and I understand why a lot of them were in the closet. I totally can dig it, and there's no judgment whatsoever. But I would also like to say as well, just be ready. And my thing is that, like I said before, when you go through the process of bringing in friends and family, it's great because when you do have to present it to your parents, that you already have people in your corner who support you already. I don't recommend you going to a room of your family and say, hey, I'm gay. That's like being Barack Obama sitting in front of a bunch of reporters and saying Iraq is going to bomb us today. That's like a bunch of questions, a bunch of cameras flashing, and you're not ready for that. I think you should take it all in doses. And also, this is not something you do over the phone. This is a face-to-face conversation you have to have with somebody, because you can't really read body language over the phone. You may get a few dead silences and all that other stuff, but, you know, a phone conversation goes so much further. Face-to-face conversation goes so much further than talking on the phone. You don't want to do that. Also, oh God, it's such a big situation, such a big deal. Don't be hard on yourself. Don't be mad at yourself. If your parents have questions, answer them, and answer them as honestly as possible. One thing I will say, that being a gay person, and automatically with stereotypes, they're going to worry about your HIV status. That's going to come up. And that's, if you are HIV positive, if you're not HIV positive, whatever, that's between you and your doctor. It's not between you and your family. And that's between you and your doctor and you and your sex partners as well. That's not something I feel like you should discuss with your family. I feel like that's something, that's a whole nother monster of stuff that I wouldn't want to say that you should walk into yet, when you're still trying to get through the whole "hey, I'm gay" thing. And also expressing them that you being gay is just what you do in your bedroom. It's not about, it's not about all these other things that people want to make us feel as gay people. My sexual preference is just who I choose to love and who I choose to have sex with. It doesn't, show up in other areas of my life. It's just who I sleep with. And for me, that's just basically how it is. Well, as a blogger, of course, I'm openly gay, and this is what I do to a gay person. But, to make it easier for your parents, just explain it to them that way. Because sometimes that'll lessen the blow a little bit. Because I know sometimes, especially with people of color, coming out of the closet is still a big problem. Especially people of color who are in the Bible Belt as well. It is a big deal. So, my question to you is, hopefully you're watching this, is how do you feel right now in this moment about it? And whatever you are feeling, rationalize your feelings and understand your feelings. And then when you're ready to take that leap and ready to do that, make sure you set yourself up for success. Don't walk into a situation set up for failure, and don't walk into that situation with raw emotions. You have to be very clear and in control of yourself in that situation, because there are times that I've had friends who just, in the throes of an argument have just blurted it out, and it did not go well. So, just also want to say to you that I love you, and I appreciate your courage for asking me this question and actually, being open to discuss this. You're great, you're amazing, and of course, if you guys have any other questions, you can always contact me at Klever at rockamail.com, or you can leave me a message on Twitter, on Instagram, or on Facebook. And make sure that if you do send an email, you put in the subject line "Ask Klever." Until next time, love you all. Peace. If you like this video and you want to see more, make sure you comment, subscribe, like, and share. Come on, it's Klever, and you're trying to get into this thing, so you should subscribe, and it's awesome, and it's the best thing ever. And besides, sometimes I'm totally not wearing clothes. So follow me. And also you can find me on Twitter at Klever, also on Tumblr at Klever, on Instagram at Klever, and check out my blog at rockklever.com. Love you all.